All right, so today, the co-host of the possible name of the backhanded breakdown, Nathan Moss. Give us a little intro as to who you are and what you do.
So, yeah, like you said, my name's Nathan Moss. I am 20 years old, love my football, play locally, Premier League for Narrabeen. I'm at uni. I've got my own podcast as well, do lots of other stuff on the side. I'm also known as Uncle Nathan in and around Sydney. And yeah, I'm sure everyone can tell by the name. My dad's Phil Moss. Yeah, A-League coach. Please don't grill me for that. I'd rather not hear about it. But yeah, there you go. You know from the start. I don't want to hear it.
So thanks. Uncle Nathan, what sort of stuff do you do on there?
So Uncle Nathan is a blog and podcast for young people. It's all about basically getting through adulthood unscathed and making it the best we can. So I just pretty much share what I learn at uni and what I learnt through school and the HSC to hopefully help other young people become as good an adult as they can be.
Yeah, I've had a look at some of the stuff. I even learned some of the things and not like I go, oh wow, yeah, like that's a good reminder for me because I'm a bit older. Yeah. I'm 23, so it's like, oh, that's a good reminder of this and that. But for these young people who haven't been introduced to these concepts, it's really awesome to see that.
And that's the thing. Like, I just think I got lucky stumbling into that stuff early on, and I'm like, why can't more people stumble into that? So that's what I'm trying to do. Just expose that information to as many eyes as I can and hope it makes an impact.
Yeah, sick. Today we're talking all things Euros, mate.
We are.
I've checked in a little bit. There's a lot of games, a lot of football.
Dude, there is so much going on with the Euros.
And it's all at the wrong time.
Yeah. I'm not waking up at 2 a.m.
One of my mates, he's a Dutch guy, and so he watched the Netherlands at 2 a.m. to see them fall to... Who did they lose to? It's actually one of the things... It was like...
Switzerland. No.
Croatia,
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic. Yeah. That's crazy. And so he woke up at 2 a.m. and wasted his morning.
Yeah, sick. Oh, it was a good game to waste your morning on.
Yeah, I know, but you'd be so... Like, that's a game, and we'll get into it. That's a game that Netherlands should be winning.
Yeah.
You can't be turning up against the Czech Republic and lose.
But I think that's the beauty of the Euros. It's who wants it more, not who's the better team.
True, 100.
And that's what I've seen so far. It's been incredible.
So we got some things to talk about. You want to hit us with the first one?
Yeah, sure. What was the first one again? I should probably get that up, shouldn't I? It was Joe Felix, wasn't it?
Oh, Joe?
Joao.
Joao Felix.
Yeah, see, pronunciation's not good because I'm very culturally not diverse.
Very culturally Australian.
Yeah, an imposter.
Yeah.
Joao Felix, an imposter. 100 million, but he's an imposter.
It's crazy. The money that, like, Roy Keane came out and said that. Yeah. And the money that gets paid for these footballers, I mean, I looked on Transfermarkt. I think he's like 80 or 90 mil now.
Yeah. But,
dude, he's 21.
Well, the other thing is it's all relative. Like 100 mil in the scheme of football players isn't that much.
So true.
So I think come on, it's one shot as well. He was basing that all on one shot. The fact that he leans back just before he hits the ball, like, I don't know. If you ask me, that's pretty harsh.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. The guy's 21. He just won La Liga with Atletico. He wasn't starting every game, but he's competing for spots with Suarez and these other top players in a championship side. How can you expect him to come out, start every week, and perform?
Yeah, I think the other thing is I don't understand where the word imposter comes from. It's not like he's claiming to be at that level yet.
That's true.
Like an imposter is someone who says they are someone who they're not. And I don't think he's claiming to be that God level yet. So I don't know. I think it was harsh on Roy Keane's behalf.
That's such a good point. It's like, no, he's not actually an imposter. Atletico thought he was 100 mil.
Yeah.
They paid 100 mil. And they got Joao Felix.
Exactly. And like you said, it's not like he's been starting in and out every single week, making this massive contribution. Like, that's fine. I don't think they expected that with 100 mil.
No, I think Roy Keane's wrong on this one. I disagree. Roy Keane, no.
I think he's wrong in his wording. I agree that he probably should have hit the target with that one shot. He also had a header later on in the game that probably should have got a bit closer than it did. But at the same time, I don't think an imposter is the right way to put it.
So we had a couple of results this morning. I mean, we saw France get knocked out, which we won't touch on right now. Actually, I'm very disappointed. Yeah, so we this morning had France, Switzerland, I woke up in time to watch the last 10 minutes of extra time and then the penalties. I feel for Mbappe, man. It's for someone so young. I feel like he's the sort of guy that is so mature and can deal with this. It's for him. It's like one step backward for two steps forward. It's like a major setback, major comeback. And
yeah, I think it's part of being a professional footballer, though. Like he has that title on his shoulders now, whether he likes it or not. So you've got to either step up or just accept what comes. And missing a penalty, no matter what the circumstances, is something that comes with being a professional footballer.
Definitely. And he's the type of guy I'm sure will just come back from this and he understands exactly that and goes, yep.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I just got us knocked out of the Euros, but
yeah, exactly.
Did you see the last penalty when it got saved? The keeper was like, no, I didn't step off the line. And then they cleared it and said like, no, you saved it. You're okay. And then they just run to the corner.
Yeah, it was crazy. Hey, I saw, actually, it was really funny. The fourthie who was standing with the teams waiting on halfway was trying to stop the Switzerland team from running in. I'm like, mate, what are you doing? They're obviously not going to listen to you and just sprint.
Oh, mate.
It was pretty funny. It was a good save because it wasn't a bad penalty.
No.
It was not a bad penalty.
And like Pogba's penalty was insane. That was top end.
What about Pogba's goal? In the middle,
I haven't watched the highlights. I heard it was crazy.
He was basically falling over, and then all of a sudden he stabilizes himself. Boom, top corner.
That's
I was watching going.
That's what he can do though. Just out of nothing, just be like, yeah, all right, I'm just gonna score top corner.
I think that's what a lot of people expected when he went to Manchester, but he didn't step up and do it
because he scored that one goal at Juventus from the volley, and everyone's like, oh, he should be able to do this every game.
Yeah, exactly.
But he can just pop out and do that out of nowhere. We also had Belgium defeat Portugal, now set to face Italy. Weird. Ronaldo gone. How do you feel about that?
I think they did a really good job at shutting Ronaldo out of the game, and that's why they won it.
Yeah.
Because he was the top goal scorer so far for the competition with 5 goals.
Yeah.
And
a couple penalties, we will add.
Yeah, of course.
Penalty.
But like, for Ronaldo, he didn't really have much an impact in the game. The free kick was a good free kick.
Yeah.
Keeper saved it. But yeah, I think it's a big win. Lukaku wasn't amazing either. He still played good, but he wasn't what he has been.
Yeah.
I actually think Portugal were probably on top for most of the game. So it is a bit of a harsh result, but I think it's pretty cool. Like I said before, I think it's just the team who wants it more.
Well, yeah, 100%. Seeing Belgium now go on to face Italy, that'll
be a cracker.
That is going to be something else. Like Belgium, I believe they're ranked number 1 right now, or very close to it. And I think they're quite I think Belgium are underrated in the sense that they are number 1, so they are properly rated as being like one of the top teams. But no one really goes, oh yeah, Belgium are a hot chance.
Yeah, they're still like the underdogs.
No one
Have Belgium won a World Cup?
Oh, not recently, I don't think.
But maybe that's why.
Yeah, but they're always in and around it. I'm gonna hold on. I'm just gonna quickly.
Yeah, because I think that is why. I think whenever I think top world footballing teams, I think who's won World Cups that I know of.
True. So who would you rank number 1 then?
Right now, based on what?
Just who do you think's the best?
Who do I think is going to win this competition?
No, just who's the best.
I don't really know. I think England has the most potential to be the best.
They're ranked number 4 right now.
Interesting.
So Belgium are number 1, just ahead of France. So that's what I'm saying. Belgium are ranked a better team than France, but all that anybody's talking about at this tournament to win the Euros is France, Italy, England.
Yeah.
And that's it. You don't hear anything of, oh yeah, I think Belgium are pretty red hot favourites.
Yeah, it's actually a good point because it's not like they're new to this. They've been a top team for a while.
They've been number 1 for like years.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I don't know what's going to happen there. Belgium, Italy, quick. Oh, we'll do predictions at the end. But that's going to be a red hot game. We spoke about it earlier. Czech Republic shocked the Netherlands. Insane.
A few talking points in that one.
Yeah, did you see like the celebrations of the goal?
No, I didn't.
Oh, bro. Just imagine you're Czech Republic. Like,
oh, yeah. The first goal, everyone just went berserk.
You're like nobody, really. And you're playing against Netherlands. No one expects you to win.
Yeah.
Sure, there's a red card, which we'll get to. But you score that first goal to put your team 1-0 up. Oh, my.
And it's not like, I think the reason why everyone went so ham is because that goal wasn't just a team going 1-0 up. That was the whole nation going 1-0 up against
the Netherlands. So that was just insane. I was putting myself in the shoes of the goal scorer. I was like, wow, that would have been something. Yeah. And then they scored the second one. I mean, going down to 10 men, it's not easy to really come back and do something. But in saying that, you're the Netherlands. I feel like there's some sort of expectation, even though you're down to 10 men, you shouldn't really be losing like that.
Yeah, well, I think it is interesting you mentioned that because I think the sending off was what contributed to the first goal.
Yeah, well,
because it happened afterwards.
Right before the send off. Oh, I forget the guy's name. There was a player who went literally one-on-one. The defender behind him was about 10 meters behind, and this guy is one-on-one with the keeper, goes to tap it around, and keeper saves it.
From Netherlands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then 30 seconds later, De Ligt gets sent off. And it's like, if you just capitalized on that opportunity and scored, you wouldn't have got sent off. You would have been through to the Euros, and that's that. So
I think that save in itself just highlights how much Czech wanted it, though.
Yeah.
Like, the keeper...
That's
to make a save like that in a game like that, in that situation where he was so through on goal with a guy next to him as well.
No way.
I just saw that. I'm like, yeah, Czech are winning. From here on out, Czech are winning.
So the De Ligt red card, what are you saying?
Yeah, it has to be a red.
Yeah.
There's no, it can't not be.
It's one of those things where you just can't control yourself. You're there and you're like, oh, there's the ball, there's my hand. Oh shit! Oh, whoops.
Yeah, it was one of those. He didn't need to do it if he just got the start right. But because he missed the ball, I probably would have done the same. I'm a centre back. If I miss the ball and the striker's in 1-on-1, I'm getting rid of that ball. Like, it's fair. It just sucks that it was at such a crucial point in the game and such a crucial game.
I saw a little meme of oh God, all these football names are going away from me now. Who's the guy from Manchester United? Phil Jones, with the header on the ground.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's like famous meme where he gets his head on the ground and headbutts it away, like, and clears a goal with it or something. And it was like, oh yeah, De Ligt should have done that. And it's like, should have used his head, but he just decided, oh, there goes my hand.
Well, it was like the grand final, the A-League grand final the other night. It's just like with Bratton getting sent off. Two just like brain snaps cost your team one of the biggest games of the year. Like for the A-League, Luke Bratton, 2 yellows, both just was so unnecessary. Yeah. And then in this case, it's like, if you just get the fundamentals right, don't let that ball get past you. You don't have to put your hand in the way.
No, I feel for him. Like,
oh yeah, massively.
Young player, but again, it goes back to the Mbappe situation. He's a guy that I'm sure we'll bounce back easily. Yeah.
Well, that's what tournaments like this do. They make heroes, and they also put people who have been playing amazingly and put him in check a little bit. And I think that's what it is. Like he's gonna, both Mbappe and De Ligt are gonna bounce back from it.
Even better, which is scary.
It's exciting.
So Romelu Lukaku apparently came out and said, when people talk about Lewandowski, Benzema, Suarez, Kane, they say it's a world-class level. With me, it was always about good form. I belong with that group. What do you think?
Yeah, I think everyone that has got to that level has to go through a period of good form before they get there. Like, good
form,
I think, I don't know if I would class him up there yet with those people.
With his form into this year, I'd like to see him go back because he's really struggled at Manchester. I'd like to see him go back to a different level, like somewhere in like a top level in Spain, like an Atletico. Oh, I could see him working at Atletico really well once Suarez leaves. I'd love to see him back in the EPL, proving everybody that, you know, if you're going to come out and say that, let's see you at the top level. Let's see you winning. I mean, he won Serie A, which is huge. Yeah. But I don't know. It goes back to what I said earlier. Belgium is ranked number 1.
Yeah.
And you have the starting striker there who's not classed as the top.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
It's a good point. But, like, I think back to when I started playing FIFA. Lukaku was always a name that when I first built my gold squad on Ultimate Team, he was the striker until I got enough money to buy someone higher.
He's a good form player.
Yeah, so he's always been there as like a go-to. So I don't know. I'm on the fence with this one. I think good form is something that you need good form to be classified as that, but I don't think he's at the point where he's just known as that world-class player.
Yeah, and you can't come out and claim that you're a world-class player after having like a good season with Inter and winning the league. Like that's a good season, not a hey, I'm a Harry Kane, I'm a
you
top
got to be
striker.
breaking records to get there.
Harry Kane is winning golden boots with Tottenham. With Tottenham. So
you need to be doing something out of the ordinary, which like he is. He's a great footballer and he's scoring goals. That's what you want from a striker, but he hasn't caught the headlines yet, I don't think.
Nah, I agree with that. So, hey, Lukaku, if you're listening, if you want to be that top world-class striker, you got to start breaking records, man.
Listen to us. We know what we're talking about.
Ivan Perisic, tested positive, misses his game against Spain.
Do you think it had an impact?
He is so good. But, I mean, I looked at the Croatian lineup and you go, world class. And you're like, oh. No, not really.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're up against Spain. It's like the Netherlands versus Czech Republic. Like, Netherlands should win that. Spain should win. So, I don't think by having Ivan Perisic as your winger is going to win you the game. But would it have changed? Maybe. I don't know. What do you think?
I think the game was awesome regardless. Yeah. I don't think he really was felt all that much, like being absent from the game. I don't think it was that important. I think I'm just glad I got to watch a sick game of footy.
Yeah.
And I hate it when it happens, but I love it. The keeper's mistake that gave Croat the first goal, like stuff like that. I love watching in football because it shows that we're all human.
Yeah, we actually make mistakes.
And and it's like at the end of the day, that goal didn't necessarily have a massive impact on how the game played out. Like Spain still came back and won, blah, blah, blah. The keeper's going to get grilled for that. But I also think for stuff like that to happen on the world stage, like what I was saying before, it's one of those moments that gives you a real reality check. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like
At the Euros, the biggest tournament for them, like right now. Wow, yeah. I look, I don't really feel for the Croatian team, but I feel for Perisic missing out because of COVID. It's like, dude, damn, that sucks.
It is, yeah.
Like,
it's a personal like damn.
Yeah, it's like this is Perisic's biggest tournament that he's probably been waiting for the Euros. They were supposed to do it last year. Comes around to this year, he's like, yes, we're into the 16. Oh, sorry, buddy, you got COVID.
Yeah,
and it's like,
rough.
oh, it is cruel, but imagine that's you. You're set. You're like, yes, round of 16 against Spain. Like, I'm so hyped, dude. And then you just get your test back and you're like, no, I can't play, dude.
Yeah, it's rough. It's like what happened to John Rahm in the golf.
Yeah. Oh, that was worse.
Yeah,
that was
terrible.
That's him missing out on like 1.8 mil.
Yeah. And then he comes back and wins the next tournament. Bro.
Insane. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think COVID has been a real resilience tester for a lot of people. And that's just one of those cases that just happens to be on the global stage.
Yeah.
But I think for everyone, regardless of your level of fame, whether or not you're famous in any way, like stuff like that's been happening for the last 12 months.
Oh yeah, people been missing out on crazy things.
And it's brutal, but it's also just, I don't know, we can't really do much about it, unfortunately.
It is what it is right now. One of the things I love watching is the passion that Italy has when singing the national anthem. I say it's got to the point where I'm seeing it so much on social media that the first comment is always, we get they can sing the national anthem.
Yeah.
Next post, please.
Yeah.
So this is one of those posts where it's about the Italian national anthem. But to sing your national anthem with so much pride and passion is like,
Where do you think that pride and passion comes from?
I think like it goes to the All Blacks sort of area where with the All Blacks, it's like you are New Zealand and you are this whole country and you are representing everybody. And like you need to humble yourself. You need to understand that the whole nation is depending on you to win this tournament.
Yeah.
And so when the players come out and sing like that, it's like, yeah, they have to because they understand the situation they're in. It's crazy the passion that comes out. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I love about nations like Italy is football's not just football. Football's life for them.
Yeah.
And exactly like the All Blacks, it's You're going into that tournament knowing that you've got the nation on your back. You've got the nation on your shoulders. And you're going out there to prove a point.
Yeah.
And I think starting like that, like with the haka, does the exact same thing. The opposition is somewhat scared.
Would you be scared in front of a haka?
Yeah, dude. Massively. That thing is scary as.
But you know that, like, when you're sending a player off to say, like, I mean, I sit in rugby league and like, all right, mate, like, you're leaving our team. See you later. We'll do a haka for you in the change room. And there's like 4 of the Kiwis doing the haka with one guy just sitting down in the change room, just like.
I don't know. I think the haka is the best tradition in modern sport.
I wish we had something like
it's
that.
amazing. Like, I had, well, not my friend, but one of my sister's friends not too long ago is dating a Maori girl. And her uncles came over to his house for his birthday to do the haka for him.
Oh, really?
And he burst into tears because it was like, it's such a meaningful thing to them in that culture. And it's like, imagine if every nation had something like that. Australia doesn't really have that.
Well, okay, let me put the situation in. You're the last 8 in the World Cup. Australia versus, who do I want to pick? Australia versus France. Australia comes out, the soccer players, and they do the haka.
Yeah, no. I don't want an Australian haka. That would suck.
No, okay, but it's like the version, and then they come out and they, like, I just don't think it suits football. Like,
it's true.
It's so weird.
I think that's the other issue though. Australians are really hard to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I just laugh at myself when I stand in the mirror trying to look serious. It's terrible.
Oh man.
4-0 loss.
Wales.
Bale had the first shot of the game. Yeah, for Wales. Yeah, he seemed like he was walking out. What do you think of that?
Yeah, it walked out mid-interview.
Mm.
And the reporter came and said, "Oh, is this your last game for Wales?" And it's like, dude, he's been asked this question before. He's answered it before. Leave the bloke alone.
Yeah.
Give him a little bit of space.
Everyone's going to feel average after a 4-0 loss.
And as well, dude, it's like, I just lost 4-0, and now you're coming at me trying to see if it's my last game.
Yeah.
Like,
the amount of times in football I've walked off a pitch going, I'm never playing again.
oh, mate. Yeah, I know.
Like, even if he did say it was his last game, it's a heat of the moment sort of thing.
And it's like, I tell people, I'm like, oh, yeah, if that was me, I would not be, like, shaking hands after that game. Like, if you just come off a 4-0 loss, you're knocked out, like, you may be shaking hands, but, like, I wouldn't be having a laugh. Like, you see people having a laugh.
Yeah,
Mate,
no.
I'm shaking people's hands. I'm straight to the sheds. If I go have an interview, I'd be giving minimal words.
Mm-hmm.
And if they ask me a dumb question like that, you best bet I'm walking out.
Yeah, that's
like,
it. You're this close to going off at everyone.
Yeah, I just don't understand why a reporter has the nerve to ask Bale that after losing.
But that's their
4-0.
job.
I know, but like
their job is to get the most heated responses because that's what goes viral. That's what's going to bring in the
they
views
did go
for
viral.
them. Yeah, exactly. So it's a catch-22. But I feel for Bale because it's like you can't take that serious.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna finish with our path to the final. Now we've had a couple of games since. Did you predict your last night's games?
No, I didn't.
Oh, so you've done like from what we have right now.
I'm predicting what's left.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit you with my prediction for the. What do we have? The last 8, except we still have the England, Germany, and the. I don't even know these flags.
Sweden, Ukraine.
Yeah, there we go. That's
Give
what it
me.
is.
I'm doing scores for
You're doing scores?
just the last 2 games of round of 16, and then just wins for the others.
Okay, all right. So my Euro 2020 predictor, I got Spain beating Switzerland, Belgium beating Italy. I'm scared to say that.
You know, Italy haven't lost against Belgium in the last 4 games.
I'm scared to say it. Belgium will beat Italy. Denmark will beat Czech Republic. Germany will beat England. I don't even know. Switzerland will beat Ukraine. Give me a sec.
Sweden, not Switzerland.
Sweden will beat Ukraine. And then Belgium will beat Spain 1-0. Jeez, this is rough. Germany will beat Sweden. I'm trying to remember the names I put. Germany will then also beat Denmark 3-0, and then we Belgium Germany final, and Belgium will win.
That was the most.
And-
That was the most confusing
I know.
prediction I've ever heard.
Mic drop. I got so lost through that. All you need to know is Belgium's winning.
Okay, interesting.
That
Mine
was
is
so tough.
Mine is so different. So
Okay, I'm
different.
gonna follow along.
All right, so
Start preface it with this is my Euro 2020.
this is my Euro 2020 prediction. We've got 2 games left of the round of 16. England versus Germany. England wins 2-1. They haven't been scoring lately, but hey, 2-1. It's not that hard. I also just really like England. Sweden versus Ukraine. 3-3 draw. Sweden wins 4-3 in extra time. All right, then we go on to the quarterfinals. Switzerland versus Spain. Spain wins. Czech versus Denmark. Czech wins. Belgium versus Italy. Italy wins. England versus Sweden. England wins. All right, semi-finals. Spain versus Italy. Italy wins.
Yeah, of course.
Czech versus England. England has to win. I'm sorry, Czech. Grand final. England versus Italy.
Don't say it. Do not say it.
3-2 England.
That is not happening. England.
Mark my words, this was done before the Euros ended. Let's come back in a few weeks' time.
I don't
and
wanna
tell
be
me I'm
here.
wrong.
I don't want to be here. You're one of them.
I have.
It's coming home.
I've been hearing it for that long. Surely it's time.
Yeah, surely something's coming home.
And I also just really like Czech. That's why I think they're going to go so far.
And they get beaten.
Yeah. They'll get beaten by England because
Yeah.
England wins it.
I
But
just think Denmark have that heart with Ericsson and everything that's going on.
that has been weighed into my decision.
Not really.
It has. Because I did think that. But after seeing the way Czech celebrated that win, I was like, they want this. They want this. And they've had some big wins.
You're wrong. I'm sorry.
Nah.
You're wrong. All right. Well, that's our. Well, we should probably catch them like sometime close to the end of the years, and we can check in with our predictions and
Yeah,
everything,
definitely.
and then see Belgium versus. Did I say Belgium versus Germany in the final?
England versus Italy. I'm
Alright.
glad that we're so different because
Yeah.
now it's going to be who wins.
Yeah, exactly. And we know who's going to win.
Me.
I was really rushed with that. I had to just say it off the top of my head.
Yeah, so you didn't think about it.
No, I did.
See, I've put thought into this.
All right, we're going to end it there. The possible name, the backhanded breakdown.
Backhanded breakdown.
Or something breakdown.
Nah, we're changing that. It's not the backhanded breakdown.
It's something breakdown. There's something breakdown.
Yeah. Why don't we let them decide?
Yeah, something B breakdown. Anyway, thanks for coming on. Thanks, mate. Good stuff. And let us know your Euro predictions.
Yeah, hit us up. Let's
Yeah.
see who gets.
England ain't winning.
Everyone vote for mine as well. Vote for who you think is closest.
Me. All right, laters.
See ya.